Hello, everyone. It's been a while. My name is Waylon Lewis, and today I wanted to talk a little bit generally about Maitri, particularly as inspired by this holiday season, by this pandemic holiday season, by my reading recently of Sacred World by Dr. Jeremy Hayward, who was a senior student of Trungpa Rinpoche, and in view of our offering a Maitri course, a Maitri class, a Maitri path through our online school, Elephant Academy, in February. We're offering a pretty significant discount on the Maitri course. So if you're interested, if this can help you get through this pandemic time, this time of some isolation, this time of some overwhelm, depending on our situation, join us in Elephant Academy. We have a worldwide community. It's supportive, it's kind, and it's genuine. So the path of Maitri, Maitri is M-A-I-T-R-I. The path of Maitri is one of making friends with ourselves. So Pema Chodron teaches a lot about this. Buddhism teaches a lot about this. It can directly address our feelings of stress, of overwhelm, of frustration, of moodiness, of being a jerk face, as I sometimes want to be. And it can deal with basically emotions and stress and anxiety and overwhelm, as I've said. So this is stuff we're all going through right now. Some of us are going through loneliness, isolation, ongoing, because we're being responsible about the pandemic. We're protecting those we love, but it can be intense. It can be hard. So what I was reading about is this powerful notion in Christianity of original sin, where we basically feel like we are cursed from birth. And Buddhism has sort of the opposite notion. And this notion is founded on the present moment. This notion is founded on the practice of meditation and the practice of Maitri. And that notion is basic goodness. So can we actually let go of this sort of guilt or this feeling of basic badness that we project on others, we project on ourselves? We use it to weigh down ourselves in some sort of self-flagellating guilt our entire life, with some sort of weird notion that we deserve badness and that we need to be better, but we can only be better by sort of flagellating ourselves, as what's his face did in the Scarlet Letter, Nathaniel Hawthorne's Scarlet Letter, where he beat himself. So can we let go of that? Can we sort of lose 5 pounds of spiritual or guilt weight? And this isn't to avoid any of that guilt or trauma or suffering that we may have gone through or experienced, or any bad things that we might have done as children when we were younger. But it's to actually face those genuinely, breathe through them, say, what can I do about this? And then actually begin to live our lives fully and try to be a benefit to others, try to be a benefit to ourselves, try to be a benefit to this planet. And that is the kind of command or the call of Maitri, is to make friends with ourself, the parts of ourself that we like, parts of ourself that we don't like. We tend to be arrogant and show-offy about the parts of ourselves that we like. We kind of like try to push that forward and push it onto other people. So that's where arrogance can come from. So it's equally important to make gentle friends with the parts of ourselves that we like, not overexploit those, and make friends with, of course, the parts of ourselves that we have never made friends with, which could be our neurosis or our acne or our wrinkles or our balding or our, weight, whatever. However we don't feel that we fit in or measure up. We have this lifelong quest for perfection that we need to let go of now, because it's just a waste. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of life. Life is time. And this life can be celebrated, as Trungpa Rinpoche talked about, not from some sense of positivity, which can be ignoring. Positivity, in my mind, is not positive. It's lying. It's actually good to look at reality, because reality, dare I say, can actually be basically good and beautiful and kind and considerate. We're pretty intense about others in expecting perfection, and we're pretty intense about ourselves. And really, it doesn't mean that we don't want to hold others to account or be accountable ourselves. We want both, but not from a point of view of expecting perfection, but from a point of view of wanting to heal and make ourselves present and available to others. So next, yeah, we are all born perfect in God's eyes. That's a lovely notion, but again, we don't need to be perfect. Perfection is a little bit like, it can be cold. Perfection can be boring. Perfection can be uptight. Perfection can be the sense, thank you so much, of Stepford Wives, where you have this frozen robotic smile on your face. We actually can be good. Good can be preferable. Decent can be preferable. Kind can be preferable to perfect. Does anyone know anyone perfect? I'm sure if you get to hang out with Jane Goodall or anyone who you might regard as a sort of modern saint, they're not perfect. They make mistakes and they wouldn't claim to be perfect either. So can we let go of perfection and actually embrace Maitri, embrace our own kind of troubled, wonderful, basically good heart. So that's what we do in Elephant Journal, our online school, Elephant Academy. It's a brand new live course, meaning there's live talks with myself, and there's recording talks, lectures from Sharon Salzberg and my mother, Linda Lewis, who is a wonderful, kind Buddhist teacher, and David Sanford and others. And let's see. Yeah, and then you get this online course that is quite extensive, and you get kind, supportive community. So go to elephantjournal.com/Maitri. You'll see the discount there. Again, it's MAITRI, elephantjournal.com/Maitri.